Beto O'Rourke is desperately trying to reboot his campaign after bottoming out in the polls, but it's not going so well. After bombing on The View this week and apologizing for his privilege, Beto decided to get back to his roots. Remember when he live streamed his trip to the dentist? Well, lucky for us, Beto is back with another bizarre video. Check it out.
We're cutting out some of this ear hair that you get when you get older. It grows out of your ears, and if you don't get it cut, it can be nasty.
Dana,
well, that's probably true.
I
don't know. Right?
Is he done so, though? Because, again, there's a fine line between goofy and incompetent.
It's really interesting, from hero to zero in about 20 seconds. So he came on strong, right? He had the $6 million in one day type of thing. But the Democrats really wanted him to stay in Texas and run for Senate against Cornyn because he had taken on Ted Cruz, and he didn't really come that close against Ted Cruz, but closer than other Democrats had been. And now I think that it's becoming pretty clear that he might be good at running for Senate, but he's not good at running for president, and not with this crowd.
Great.
He's trying to make himself seem real and authentic, and every time you do that, you come off looking desperate and thirsty. He should be happy that he married up and rich and stop parading his myriad flaws to the embarrassment of all. You know, The View, I believe, really provided the kill shot because it turned him into a shamed schoolboy whose jacket didn't fit, and he was like a mumbling beta male who will definitely write about it in his dream journal when he gets home. Women know this guy from college, right? Every woman has, he lures you in the dorm with his illusion of depth, his, collection of Camus and poetry.
And skateboard.
Skateboard,
and then you
find
out
William Blake in The Doors. There you go.
Yeah. But then in 3 months you realize, boy, did I waste my time.
Well, you could play him in a movie, Jesse.
Thanks, Dagan.
What do you think of Beto?
I would say,
it's in your best interest to have him have a long run.
That's true. That is true. I think interesting people assume other people think they're interesting, and it's usually not the case. A lot of the times you don't want to see what's under the hood or how the sausage is made, or, you don't want to go behind the curtain always. Sometimes the curtain's there for a reason. It's a reality show he's running, not a presidential campaign. I read the Vanity Fair piece today, and this woman said that Beto reminds all American women about a bad boyfriend they had. And I think that's pretty much the key. Politicians are successful when they use imagery well to enhance their look. The image of him with his mouth hanging open, or his wet hair over his forehead, or the ear hair, those images right there, those are the kind of presidential images that doom any campaign. This is like he's volunteering to put the Dukakis helmet on in the tank, and he thinks it's winning.
What?
Well, the thing is, in this current iteration of American politics as we approach 2020, social media and authenticity are a really interesting dynamic mix. And so you see people doing this stuff and the beer and the games and lifting weights and everything else. So let me just tell you this. So right now, he's not doing that well in the polls. I think he qualifies to get on the debate stage, but he's not rising. And part of this is interesting. Where he is winning is on Instagram. Instagram people, he has the biggest Instagram following of anybody, and that's a younger group of people, and apparently they like this stuff. I don't think that represents the universe of Democrats in the country, obviously. You see Biden rising. You see Pete Buttigieg, by the way, taking a lot of his steam. Why? Because I think Pete Buttigieg is not running a social media campaign. He's actually going out and running a national campaign. He does better on The View, better on Ellen, better on all those shows.
No, Pete Buttigieg's social media game is strong because of his husband, Chasten, and his two dogs, Truman and Buddy, have their own Instagram account. And by the way, people would more likely vote for those two dogs than they'd vote for Beto O'Rourke at this point.
Well, Greg said this the other day, you shouldn't be running for president of Instagram or Twitter. There's regular Americans out there that want to hear from you.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't think it was me.
I just repackaged it better.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quickly, how long before he drops out, you think?
Oh, I think he'll go to Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I mean, they have enough money and they have enough staff. Like, what's the incentive to drop out?
His wife's rich. He's got nothing to do.
Yeah, he'll stand on some countertops there.
Yeah.